Welcome back. It's time for some connection events. My plans are decided, so let's begin here with a bout for old times. Fee invited me out for some combat training, which we haven't done in a while. The location is Arush Canyon. We could practice, so maybe I should consider it. Reen's group decided to take a short break. Everyone split up so they could spend their free time as they pleased. What's this music? Second form, Gale! Huh, got you. Wow, nicely done. You didn't even need to dodge. Only stop. See, you've been polishing that unclouded eye of yours. Honestly, I didn't notice you until the last moment. Your sneaking tech is something else, V. As is the way you use your stealth shots. It's like, oh, figured it out, huh? Guess I've lost this round. That means you're on a fence now. Right, let's keep up the pace. Fee and Reen began to spar as soon as they entered the ravine. The seasoned warriors agreed to a game in which they would score against their opponent while taking turns between offense and defense. Yeah. Crap, you've got the terrain advantage. Just kidding. It's over, Fee. I have the high ground. You got even faster. Yeah, well, you picked the perfect place to attack from. Guess you're not a Thor's instructor for nothing. You gotta do better than that. Joy. I'm surrounded. What? He is surrounded as well. Oh, come on, that's just not fair. All hail Shard Tech. You're not getting away. Spirit unification. Second form. Damn. Oh, and that's fair? Never said I couldn't use it. And so the pair continued to clash blades. Taking the exercise as seriously as they would real combat, regardless, they enjoyed themselves. Yeah, in the end, they played dozens of rounds of their game. Phew. Can't move another reggae. I'm so dead. Any more of this, and our work would suffer. So, we came out ahead. I stopped keeping track of wins and losses at some point. Why don't we just call it a draw? I take it this is the kind of practice training you did in Zephyr? Seems pretty effective, but one wrong move could get someone hurt. It's the sort of training I can only do because I'm doing it with you. Wasn't it fun? Thanks for doing this with me, Reen. Please, the pleasure was all mine. Did Fee just drop down from the sky then? Phew. That's a good warm-up for this afternoon's events. Yeah, and I feel like I've gotten used to working with you guys again. I'm technically here on guild business, but I get the feeling I'm going to be operating as a member of Thor's while we're here. Thanks again, Fee. I'm grateful to you and To for helping me out, even though you're in the Republic for work. It really is a case of... You can see how much Fee has grown, like literally, like physically she has grown, like how tall she is now. She's not the short little character that we know her from back in Cold Steel. It's like, yeah, like, damn Fee, damn. I mean, she's grown in other ways as well, but... Oh, come on. You know you don't have to thank me. I'm a B-rank bracer and a member of Thor's. Just doing my job. Still, I appreciate it. Though something tells me that's not all there is to it. I heard you found yourself a little sister over here. Oh, Fee. It was that girl I met at Marduk HQ, right, Ferida? Except the only connection we have is our shared big sister. We grew closer after the events of last year. She's growing so fast. Guess I just don't want to lose to her. that's not quite it. I just want to be someone she can look up to. I've only gotten as far as I have because I had help. Thanks to the boss, Ada, Zeno, Leo, and of course you, Sarah, and everyone in Class 7. I want to be someone who can be there for others. Well, that's what I've been thinking since coming here anyway. I have to say, Fee, you're pretty darn cool. You've grown so much during the Civil War and the Great War that now you're one of the guild's aces. When we all first enrolled in Thor's, you were someone I had to look out for. But now look at you. You know that was ages ago, right? Completely different person now. I wouldn't say you're completely different. We even got drinks together after my coming of age ceremony. Yeah, well, sometimes it's hard not to look back when we've known each other for so long. Even asked me to pat you on the head and everything. Ugh. You know what? I think you deserve some revenge. Reverse head pat!
What?
Reverse head pat!
You're the cool one, Reen. Even while training as a Divine Blade, you've helped guide so many kids as a Thor's instructor. I know for a fact, you'll get something worthwhile out of this afternoon's combat exercise. You've got my full support, so let's work together and get it done.
Fee.
Do you see me in a different light now?
Having someone pat my head is a little awkward at my age.
Well, consider it long overdue payback. Now you know how embarrassing it feels.
I sure do.
Indeed.
Still, it's reassuring that you've got my back.
Well, good. Let's do everything we can to pull this off, Reen. Your assignment from your master included.
Yeah, I'm counting on you.
I like that. After that, Fee and Reen rested their exhausted bodies, and then met up with their friends to resume work. Yeah, I do like that quite a bit. It's just harking back to our times during Cold Steel. It's like, it's nice. It's nice because we've been there as they've been through so many events. So it's like seeing how far they've come at this point. It's nice. It's not nothing more on that. It's just nice. Just nice. Feels very real. Very real. Anyway, let's reload a save and see the other two connection events. Get it back. Okay, so next up, Orbital Bike Test Drive. Apparently, we could test drive some Orbital bikes and scooters over at the Motor Pavilion in Newtown. Crow and Toa invited me to join them. I'm certainly curious, so why not? It's going to result in a race, isn't it? Reen's group decided to take a short break. Everyone split up so they could spend their free time as they pleased. So, this is a red star, huh? This design really grabs your attention. Very cool, they'd say. Yeah, man, red stars are hot stuff. Makes it real hard to pick between one of those and an ETWS. I wonder if the reason they have so many larger models is because the Republic has so many well-maintained long-distance roads. I think a bigger bike definitely leaves you more comfortable and less exhausted on long drives. Not to mention, the form, feel, and the sound of their exhaust are just so damn cool. Yeah, coolness is a key factor. Even you, Reen. Don't you feel bad for your bike back in the Empire? I mean, it's not like I'm replacing it or anything. I'm attached to my ride. You want to talk to her? Been renting that brand new scooter. Who's the real traitor here? Okay, but it hasn't been released in the Empire yet. I just wanted to give it a try is all. Figured it'd be a good fit for me since I've been having to run all over the place lately. Well, it's definitely convenient, especially for a short stack like you. Don't you start calling me that again. It's been ages, and I'll have you know, I have a license now. Alright, how about we give these a test ride? Is it alright if we drive these on the road outside the city? Of course, take care. You should know the bike manufacturers are very excited. They can't wait to hear your thoughts on their orbital bikes. That's a lot of pressure. Like, wait, what? I just wanted a test drive. Like, yes, we'll be glad to hear your review. Like, my what? I never said I would review it. What? So, how's that red star working out for you? They put a heavy focus on speed, and it shows. It's like I'm cutting through the wind. Gaius would be so happy with this. It's also pretty nice driving down such a long, well-maintained road. Republic roads are so smooth you can't help but want to put the pedal to the metal. My ETWS ain't nothing to laugh at either. Want to race? I knew it. Oh, Crow, you're still such a kid. Both adults now. Shouldn't we act a little more, just kidding. I ain't falling for that. Toes were like, oh, come on, seriously? Guys, wait for me. Jeez, what are you, children? Sorry, I couldn't help myself. Got some slack. You know how guys can be. Anyway, how's that scooter working out for you? It's really comfy. It might not go very fast, but it handles really well. It'd be perfect for my work commuting, grabbing groceries and things. That kind of bike, perfect in Europe, I'll say, because we got like the smaller old like medieval kind of roads, and obviously they've been modernized, but you know, they're still small. So it's like nipping around little corners and stuff. It's like, if it's got a good turning circle, very good bikes like that. Like, yes, that's why like Vespers were a thing over here. Like, yeah, little small bikes. Very, 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 very good. Very good. Bicycles especially. I mean, I know it's not a motorbike, but, you know, like they're very good as well, because it's like just nipping around little alleyways and stuff. Like, very, very good. Very good. I think it'd be perfect for my work commute and grabbing groceries and things. Yeah. Yeah. Looks pretty easy to steer, so I bet it'd even be a good fit for students. Seeing how popular bikes have become in the Empire, it'd be nice if students could get licenses too. Oh, that's a good idea. Bet we get more students commuting from outside the dorms. We should talk to the academy about it when we get back to the Empire. You two really are a couple of workaholics. I thought you were just going to say you two really are a couple. We're like, yeah. From my perspective, yeah. I still think they're perfect for each other. So this is what your ETWS feels like. It's pretty hard to control. That's because I've tuned her just the way I like it turned. But hey, you ain't doing too bad a job. Let's say you're on. To her again, like, oh, come on! Again? Huh, again? Jeez, wait for me! Poor Toe. I am so done with you guys. You left me behind twice. You guys are such children. My bad. I have no excuse, I got a little too carried away. I guess it's been a while since we've all been together like this, but you really need to start acting your age. Especially you, Reen. You're in instructor Thors now. You have to show a little more self-restraint. Sorry, Mom. Can't you lay off the lectures? Art and music. My heart. It is kind of nostalgic hanging out on bikes like this. It reminds me of when we were all working on our orbital bike in the engineering club. Yeah, it brings me back. You, Angelica, George, Crow. You're all kind enough to include me in your bike project. Weren't you all a year above me in school? You seriously have to ask. You'll always be my underclassman as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, we test drove that thing over and over, just like this. Angelica and George would get into it, and then we'd all get involved. The memories. Feels like it was just yesterday. We had so much fun. It's bizarre for me looking back across our time on this channel with Trails. I remember way back, way back, like before I started Cold Steel. This music's so good. I love this song. Yeah, way back before Cold Steel, I put a poll out back when we were still doing Neptunian stuff, and I was like, I want to branch out beyond Neptunian. Let's see what people want to do. And I took suggestions from people of what we could do. I can only remember two. Can't remember, there were other options, but I can only remember two. One of them was, do we do the Sword Art Online games? And the other was, do we have a look at this Trails in the Sky? And it was like a few percentage points and it swung towards Sword Art Online, and then we pursued that as something that was alongside Neptunia back in those days. God, back in those days, it's so long ago. And then eventually it got around to a point where, because of Neptunia basically, I was branching out from those different characters, because obviously you got the character Falcom, so I was looking at Falcom games as a result, and we went to like Zwei 2. It's like started to just branch out, and I was like, okay, so Cold Steel's coming out on, what was it, on PlayStation 4. I'll look at that when it comes out. And now we're here. It's like that became the thing for the channel going from there, didn't it? Like a rocky start because of circumstances with Cold Steel. And then people pushed me to go into Cold Steel 2, and I did, and then we did the experiment with Cold Steel 3, which people said I was not intending to go back and do all the previous Trails games. There was people that were genuinely like, you don't intend to do that, you're just playing it because of this, blah, blah, blah. And then we went back and played all the previous Sky, like we went through Sky, and then we had the Geofront patches, the Crossbow, and then we went back through Cold Steel again. Then we got to Reverie, then Daybreak, and then we're here. We've been on quite a journey. We've been on quite a journey. It just reminds me of just how far we've come. It's like, it's been like most of a decade. Not a joke, by the way. It's most of a decade. When it's like, it gotta be like 5 years or something since we did Cold Steel originally. At least. It's before my mum died. It's before I was hit by a van. Was it before? No, it can't have been before I met Sarah. It's like, it was got to have been around the time like me and Sarah were becoming a thing, because I started to talk to Sarah and become friends with her, and then, you know, relationship, blah, blah, blah. At the time we were playing Zwei 2. Like, that's when we started to speak and stuff, which was at the end of 2017. Yeah. End of 2017. That's how long ago it was. Because people are like, that's not that long ago. It's like, we're in 2026. It's 9 years ago. Anyway. It feels just like yesterday. We had so much fun. And now they're all over the Republic. New models are coming out all the time. Who could have guessed they'd become such a big deal? Speaking of Angelica and George, you know what they're up to these days? Yeah, we keep in touch. They've both been pretty busy lately. Recently, they've been really interested in the sky. They even dragged Elisa's 4th development division into researching the possibility of designing a flying orbital bike. And there's no reason you can't do that, based on the technologies we've seen it with the airliners and such. Just, I could see it having issues. So Lisa, she did tell me about that. Yes, it's no surprise they're dreaming big. Yet they're also looking into ways to deal with the barren land that's spreading through the east. When I last dropped in, George was working with a donut in hand. Doesn't even take time off to eat. That sure sounds like him. I just hope he's getting enough nutrition. Really feels like everyone's working toward the future, the space program included. Sometimes I worry about how quickly technology is evolving. It's kind of frightening. Yes, it's evolving way too quickly. Well, I say way too quickly, based compared to what we have in our technological development. It's very, very fast. Why? I mean, I get where you're coming from, but isn't it a good thing that tech is improving? Regardless, we all went through the ringer during the Great Twilight, so glad those guys have been able to move forward. The curse of Erebonia. You have too. I think that's what makes me feel so proud whenever I see an orbital bike on the road. They're a reminder of what my amazing upperclassmen have accomplished. I mean, you're gonna make me blush.
Let's make sure we do what we came here to do. Especially now that you've got so many of your students looking up to you.
Right. I try not to forget who's watching me. We both gotta make sure we're ready for the new assault frame training exercise this afternoon. And besides, even if the Republic surpasses our technology, we still have to show them what we're made of. for the sake of our old partners.
Damn right! We can't look like fools out there.
I'm sure it'll go great. Good luck, you two.
Ah, music though. After that, the trio returned to the rentals to the motor pavilion. And after meeting back up with Altina and Fee, resumed their work in the city. What do we get for that? Blitz. Q. Now, let's see about our next one.
Are your plans decided?
So, hobby photography. Altina is planning to take some photos around. Picturesque Basil. Since I'm not busy, maybe I should join her. Reen's group decided to take a short break. Everyone split up so they could spend their free time as they pleased. Is that your new Orbital camera? Yes. It has an excellent high-definition lens, first-rate resolution, and is even capable of recording high FPS video. Really? Alright. It can even connect to the Orbital network. It's the latest high-end model. Still needs a big flash on it though. Okay. I've been wanting one for a while, and visiting the Republic was the perfect excuse to buy one. I'm a little embarrassed by how much money I spent on it. And how much was it? Actually, forget it. I don't think I want to know the answer. Didn't realize you were so into photography. Well, it started with just a toy camera like Milliam's. I guess it was around 2 years ago, after the Crossbell incident, that I got more serious about it. Especially because Milliam and I took a bunch of pictures commemorating what happened. Both Yuna and Milliam asked me to take lots of photos while I'm here. Was it Juno or Yuna? I can't remember anymore. So I'd appreciate any help you can give me. I'm also hoping you can use your unclouded eye to find me the perfect shots. It's not really meant for this kind of thing. In any event, let's wander around a bit and see if we can find some really photogenic subjects. Let's start the mission. Begin mission. Yeah, I genuinely can't remember Yuna or Juno. Because Juno was correct. I think it's because it's the Yona. Just threw me off earlier because they mentioned him. Why don't we start with the artisanal district? Its traditional architecture has a nice atmosphere. You could really get a sense of where Basil's comes from. According to the research, this place used to have a huge artisanal guild in the Middle Ages. They were ultimately the predecessor to the Altina, what are you doing? You have a great expression on your face whenever you talk about history. The only problem is that whenever you start talking about history, you never stop. Sorry. Even my students sometimes give me grief about it. Honestly, I don't mind. It's nice getting to hear one of your lectures again, Instructor Reen. Are you gonna say anything? No. God, why do you need the flash on anyway? I mean, I suppose in there, but you don't need it everywhere. Being here like this is really nostalgic for me. We would walk around taking pictures just like this back when I attended the Thor's Branch campus. That's right, I remember you took a ton of pictures. Yeah, the little bunny. It's a little embarrassing to think about now. I really didn't know what I was doing, so pretty much just took random pictures of anything. Maybe it's hard to look back on them now that you know so much about photography, but I really love those photos. They brought out everyone's charm. Really? That's its own kind of embarrassing. Boy, it sure takes me back. Those photos ended up in our graduation album. You know, the current photography club still really loves the atmosphere you captured in those photos. And those animal toy cameras really took off with the students for a time too. Those cute cameras were big with military academy students. Kind of feel bad now. Don't. Like, now seeing her floating there, you can see she's gotten taller. You could tell. Unclump Solace. Like, yeah, that one. It's you can just see the height difference because you've got something to compare it to that's wouldn't have changed in height, sort of thing. So, I think I underestimated you, Basil. I did not expect there to be so many great photo ops in a city as developed as this. It definitely has a different flavor from Rua back home in the Empire. But you've already got plenty of great shots with that camera. Yes, it is a brand new model after all. I'm sure that Una, Muse, Milliam and everyone else will be happy to see them. Definitely. When we get back, I'm gonna have to make it up to Kurt and Ash. Not just with your photos, since they've been taking time out of their busy schedules to cover for me on campuses. Yeah, maybe we can hold another Class 7 reunion. It's been a while. Hard to believe it's been 2 years since you and the others graduated. Hey. Now Yuna's fulfilled her dream of joining a special support section, and Kurt's assistant teaching his swordsmanship abroad. Muse has officially taken the title of Duchess Cayenne, and Ash is traveling around the continent on bike. They've all either fulfilled their dreams or are chasing the goals they set for themselves as students. Never been more happy to be an instructor than when I watched you guys graduate. And now you're back at Thor's, after your year studying abroad in Le Mans. I have to say, it was a surprise finding out you weren't just working for the Thor Strategic Research Lab, but for the Foundation as well. Yes, well, Toa is in a similar situation with her work. I've managed to maintain frequent communication with Yuna and the others, but we don't get to see each other very often anymore. Everyone's busy after all. We're adults now. I mean, look how much taller you've gotten. Yeah. Yes. Now, if only my proportions would fill out, well, that's a different matter. Maybe this is what I get for not being as relaxed as Milliam. Well, everyone grows differently. Anyway, everyone's off doing what they can to become cornerstones of the world we live in. I'm really proud of all of you. I like the mention of the cornerstones there. Like, yeah. The Thor's mantra. Have you been lonely? A little. Like, aw. You guys were my first students, after all. I felt both happy and a little lonely watching all of you set off. But more than any of that, I'm proud. Proud that I got to see you all graduate and grow so much. And yet you still treat me like a child. Giving me head pats without a thought. Ugh, sorry, bad habit. I've been trying to stop. Still, I'm happy you feel that way about us. It's one of the reasons that I chose to go back to Thor's. When I enrolled, you didn't just treat me as your partner. You also looked after me as a mentor. I may not be an instructor, but still, wanted to be near you so that I could see the same things you do. I see. Honestly, back when we were still completing orders together, the year before you enrolled, I would have never imagined you saying something like that. Thinking back, we used to be enemies in the Civil War before that. As the Ashen Chevalier ended up having to take orders from the Imperial government. That was when the Intelligence Division sent you to keep an eye on me.
Brings back memories. I might as well have been a puppet at first. But then I ended up supporting you during our missions, and joined the Thor's branch campus. And by meeting Yuna and the others while studying under your tutelage, I slowly found myself.
There we go, Yuna.
And here we are now, still together. I suppose you could say we've been seeing the same sights together for a long time now. And along the way, you grew into someone capable of standing shoulder to shoulder with me, as my partner.
Yes, you're right. I hope you'll allow me to keep on supporting you as a member of Thor's, so that we can continue to share the same sights.
Of course. I'm counting on you, Altina.
After that, Altina took photos of the rest of their friends while they were hanging out. And after putting together the data she planned to send to Yuna and the others, she and her friends resumed their work. Cool. Right, so next up, see about a movie.
How can I help you?
What would you like to purchase a ticket? What are you showing right now? Crimson Fist. Thinking Crimson Fist. 5 tickets for Crimson Fist. Comes to 100,000 billion million trillion miller. Or maybe just 1,000. Purchase. The 5 of them made their way into the theater, having decided to take a break and watch a movie. I like all of them go to the movie, though. It's not pick which one you want to go with. It's like, nope, all of them. A lonesome girl named Beth, born in the slums, turned to a life of crime and ended up in prison. But one day, she received a letter that would change her life. It was from a man named Mickey. Okay, who had once made a name for himself as a boxing trainer. You got a talent for boxing, kid. Just gotta hone your skills. Although Beth scoffed at the letter at first, as time went on, she eventually decided to start training on her own. Eventually, the day of her release came and Mickey was right there waiting for her, inviting her to train with him and become a champion. But the path of a pro boxer was more arduous than she ever could have imagined. Mickey, who had become a mentor to her like none other, was diagnosed with an incurable disease just before the biggest match of their career. After he fell into a deep coma, one of the doctors said he'd never recover from it. Beth was forced to go it alone. For Mickey.
And Beth's down on the mat yet again! Could it be that her opponent, the welterweight champion Grizzly Bonanza, is just too far beyond her to beat?
It's no good. She'll never beat that monster.
I hate to say it, but maybe she should just stay down.
Get up! On your feet, Beth!
I can't see. Everything's going dark. Mikey, I can't.
That's Mikey.
Listen up, Beth. You got a natural talent for this sport.
Mikey?
But before you can go anywhere, you gotta believe in yourself. Work on those moves. And don't do it for me. Do it for your future. All that strength you've been building up, it ain't gonna let you down. I know it'll point you in the right direction when you're up against the wall.
That's right. Mikey believed in me. The most important thing you gave me is right here inside me, coursing through my blood and my fists. Believe, Beth. Believe in all those days of training. Believe in yourself.
Gotcha!
She nailed her! That was a perfectly clean hit!
Thanks, Mikey. I promise I'm gonna bring that belt home for you.
She really has the eye of the tiger, doesn't she? Rising up. I can hear the song in my head now. Wow, Nina brought a ton of energy to that role. Agreed. It's even a bit overwhelming at times. I found myself almost intimidated by some of the scenes. I've seen other movies she's been in, but I was pretty surprised by how this one turned out. Yeah, for me it was almost like I could sense her presence, even through the screen. Eastern martial arts call it chi. During sword fights, it's something I feel around me, striking the air like tremors. The movie gave me the same feeling. Guess her putting her all into her acting could be considered similar to a martial artist's dedication. Damn, it's feeling like the real deal to a divine blade. Nina must have really done her homework for the role. Though it does make you wonder if that was really just acting. Could be she's actually got the guts to better life, same as the character. Either way, her acting was amazing. Loved her moxie and how genuine her feelings for Mikey seemed. But her fight scenes were also next level. For real. The weight she put behind her punches made them feel, like she was actually punching the other person. When she fell to the ground, it was so convincing. I almost felt it myself. Apparently in some older movies, there were times when the actors really did hit each other. And they couldn't let Nina do that, of course, but good acting and editing can make it still feel believable. Felt as though I was actually watching the match from the front row of the ring. The power of the film and acting truly is something to behold. Even if she's a method actress, is that really enough to explain all the chi I felt? No. It's almost like it wasn't just acting. As if she took a real person and recreated them down to the smallest detail. Oh, and looks like they're selling commemorative brochures for the movie. I'm glad we went with that one, because that's good insight from Reen there. Having finished their break, Reen and the others resumed their work. Again, I'm missing like just little bits of dialogue they have. Even if Reen's was just
Movie theater is
It looks like we can get another one potentially. So what we'll actually do is we'll use this as a place to end this part. And what we'll do is see another movie and then finally go off and get the canyon done. Finally. So we'll see you in the next part. Ta-da for now.